Hey guys, George of the J back again with another video. Today it's just a quick overview, I guess you could say, of this TV, which is the LG 85 series, their NanoCell series. The reason why I'm doing this really is because this is pretty much the best entry-level TV that you can get if you're going to be using the Xbox, the new Xbox Series X, or the new PlayStation 5, and you want to get the most out of your systems, which is the 120 hertz, excuse me, 4K at 120 hertz. This is the best cost-effective way to do it. Now, this TV is not an OLED, which is why it's not as expensive as an OLED. This one is, I believe it is, retails for $650, $650. If you can find it in stock, because this does go out of stock fairly quickly. Again, probably because it is the best option at 4K 120 hertz. Now to show you that on the LG remote, you can check that by pretty much spamming that green button there, and you will get this little box up here with the FreeSync information. So it shows you 119.8 hertz, FreeSync active. So 120 hertz is enabled on here. Now I have seen some people have trouble with this and not be able to actually get it to 120 hertz. And let's see here. All right, so what we're going to do here to make sure that your Xbox and your TV are set up for 4K is go over to your settings. Okay. Then we're going to go to TV and display options. And then if you see here, resolution, I have set it for 4K Ultra HD, and refresh rate, I have selected 120 hertz. Now, you might not be able to get on this TV. You might not be able to get to it if you don't have your HDMI cable hooked up to the correct inputs. Now, on this TV, inputs 3 and 4 are 4K 120 hertz. The other two are not. They are labeled, so just look at the back of your TV and it should say 4K 120 hertz, and that's where you need to connect your Xbox or your PS5 to in order to be able to get that 4K image at 120 hertz, or else this will tell you 4K, but it will say 60 hertz, and then when you try and click 120, it won't do it. It'll tell you that your TV doesn't support that. Now, another thing here, you do need to make sure that your HDMI cable, that you're using the HDMI cable that came with your Xbox or your PS5, because those HDMI cables are rated for 4K at 120 hertz. Now, if you're like me and you needed to get a longer cable, then you need to make sure that the cable that you're getting is certified to run 4K at 120 hertz, or else you'll get the same. You won't get this. You won't get the 4K and you won't get the 120 hertz. It'll tell you 4K at 60. And I know that some people had issues with this TV when it first came out, as far as trying to get it set up to run 4K. But since I bought mine after the updates and everything, when I got mine, it didn't actually need to be updated. I guess it had already come updated from the factory. So as far as the settings go, I do use it the picture mode. I do use it in game mode, just because. So let me show you here. When you use this TV in game mode, it automatically. Let me just show you. I'll change the input. So this TV I do use as my monitor for my Mac Mini. So this TV is at my desk. Okay, so top right you saw it said HDR. Now this is obviously my desktop. Let's go back to the console. See the top right, it says the instant game response is launched. Again, console, it says HDR. spamming that green button and you don't get any kind of refresh rate at the top, because the Mac Mini does not support 4K at 120 Hz. Now if you go back, we see instant game response launched. All that means is that you want to have the instant game response on in order for you to get no lag, I guess you could say, when you're gaming. So I don't know if you've ever played on a TV where you might be running the inputs on the controller. You can tell that they're not instant on the TV. So say you go to aim and it takes like a split second, but it's noticeable for your player to actually aim and shoot, even though you already did that on your controller. Or yeah, just things like that. So the instant game response makes it so that there's no lag between the game and the TV, pretty much. So everything seems instant. You don't have to worry about it affecting your gaming or anything like that. Which is another reason why I got this TV, because I wanted it as my desk TV, and I also wanted to be able to game on it in 4K 120 Hz. And so far it's been working perfectly. I've used it for Apex Legends. I used it for Assassin's Creed, the Valhalla game. I also did the Cyberpunk 2077. A lot of people don't like that game, and I actually found it entertaining. But yeah, so let me know if you guys have any other questions about the settings or anything like that on this TV. It is, like I said, it is not OLED, so it doesn't get the deepest blacks, which, I mean, for me is fine, especially at the price point of $650. You can't really complain. You can't really beat it. I don't think I mentioned it, but this TV is 49.5 inches, I believe, wide. It does sit at my desk. I have it set up. I have a corner desk, so I don't know if you can tell on here, but this is actually in the corner. So it's angled in the corner. My desk is, show you, right there. Actually, as of right now, my desk isn't finished yet, as far as the finishing on here. I haven't decided yet. I think I'm going to do like a dark gray color on there, on the butcher block. But we'll see. So yeah, the TV is mounted onto a corner TV mount swivel, so I can move it around. I can move the TV around if I feel like it. Move it to the left, move it to the right. Again, this TV, I chose this TV specifically because it has 4K at 120 Hz. I hope the camera can pick this up, but the words on here, they're crystal clear. They're crystal clear. There's no blur or any kind of pixelation on them or anything like that, which is why I chose this TV. Because I do work on this TV, I do need to read things on here, and I didn't want to have to strain my eyes, reading pixelated text or anything like that. Yeah, and I do have my Mac Mini hooked up to this. It is the new Mac Mini, the one with the M1 chip. I edit on it. I don't know if you guys want me to make a video on it, or if I should or shouldn't. Kind of debating it. There's a lot of info on it already, but maybe I'll just go over my experiences with it. And I did stop using my M1 MacBook Air and started using my Mac Mini to start editing my videos and doing other kind of work. Because it's honestly a beast. I think it's underpriced. Don't tell Apple that, because they like to get your money. Well, anyways, that's it. It's pretty much just my experience with this TV, reasons why I chose it, and how it's working out for me, which I think it's great. It's a great value. Well, if you have any questions, drop them down below or send me an email. Alright, peace. Thanks for watching.